Hello everyone, welcome to another section of biology class. We're going to look at four specimens: specimen A, specimen B, specimen C, specimen D. Now before we take a look at the question under this four specimen, I'm going to show you a picture of each of these specimen, then we proceed. Okay, so this is the egg of a catfish. You can see this is specimen A, the egg of a catfish. Specimen B, fresh egg of domestic fowl. Specimen C, which is a fetus in uterus. This is a fetus, a growing baby in the uterus. And the last specimen, which is specimen D, which is the longitudinal section of ovary. First one say that study the specimen and then state three observable differences between specimen A and specimen B. The next one say in the table below, use a tick to indicate the appropriate mode of reproduction. So you have to indicate the right mode of reproduction for specimen A, B, and C. Now, the mode of reproduction, is it oviparous or viviparous? Is it by egg or bringing out the offspring directly, like human baby now, or goats, you bring out the baby directly, but oviparous, it is through egg. All right, so we want to look at that. So we're also going to name the phylum or the division of these organisms that possess each of specimen A and D. We are going to look at the phylum of organisms that possess specimen A and possess specimen D, and also we are going to name the class of the organisms that possess each of the specimen, and then we're going to state the biological function of specimen B, that is egg of a domestic fowl. We're going to state the function of specimen B to the organism that possesses it. Then we are going to crack open specimen B, that is still the egg of a fowl, and we are going to empty the content into a petri dish. We are going to complete the table below. We will state the features and the function of each of the features that we named. And the last one is that we are going to state one habitat each for each of the organisms that possess specimen A, B, and D. Right. For the observable differences between specimen A, you can see that we are looking at specimen A, which is egg of catfish, and C, which is egg of domestic fowl. The features between both of them are on the screen. You can see that egg of catfish is soft, domestic fowl is hard, catfish is round, domestic fowl shape is oval. Catfish is cluster, domestic fowl is single. Catfish egg does not have shell. Domestic fowl one has a shell. Catfish is relatively small. Domestic fowl is large. Now we are going to look at the table. Now look at the ticking in the table. You can see the ticking for specimen A, B, D. Now you can see the ticking under the specimen and the mode of reproduction of this specimen. Now observe that carefully. The phylum species for specimen A and D. For specimen A, the phylum species is Chordata. Specimen D is Angiospermophyta, or you say Angiospermatophyta. Any of the two is the phylum species. The next question that says we should state the class of specimens A to D. A is species, B is aves, and C is mammalia, and then D is Dicotyledonea. Biological function of specimen B, which is for reproduction, is to produce offspring. That's the main biological function. Now let's go to stating the three observable features and one function each. So function, you can pick any function that you want, but the observable feature is that first, they have shell. For specimen, first, it has a shell and it is for protection or to prevent dehydration. Secondly, it has shell membrane, which also of course is for protection, and also it is for gases and is a medium for diffusion, breaking down of substances from higher to lower concentration. The next one is that it has albumen, which is the egg white, and is a source of food for embryos. It provides water for embryos, you can say. Then the main biological function. Now let's go to stating the three observable features and one function each. So function, you can pick any function that you want, but the observable feature is that first, they have shell. For specimen, first, it has a shell and it is for protection or to prevent dehydration. Secondly, it has shell membrane, which also of course is for protection, and also it is for gases and is a medium for diffusion, breaking down of substances from higher to lower concentration. The next one is that it has albumen, which is the egg white, and is a source of food for embryos. It provides water for embryos, you can say. Then it has yolk and chalaza. Yolk is source of nutrients. Of course, we know that most of us like it. And then chalaza, it holds the embryo at the center of the egg in place, just to keep the egg in check, to keep the embryo in check. Now, look into the next one, which says that the habitat of specimen A, B, and D. What is the habitat? For A, it is pond, river, or mond. While B is which is fowl, and D, you find it in forest, gardens. These are the habitats of each of the specimen. Study this carefully, share, and subscribe. Bye.